So good afternoon, folks. Welcome along to Southern Roots here. We are joined with this fantastic crowd here from the Appalachia On Tour and from their love of Appalachia. Welcome to the UK. It must be a bit awkward being here when there's such bad weather back in Kentucky at the moment.
Yeah, our heart goes out to them right now. It's really bad. The flooding's terrible right now.
Yeah, it's really severe. Um, you've already played. Have you played one gig in the UK?
Two.
You've done two now.
Yeah.
How are you finding it in the UK? Are you getting a nice reception from them?
Yeah,
Two sold out shows.
yeah, we've had two sold out shows. Been very blessed so far. Everybody seemed to enjoy it. We're having a
Fantastic.
blast.
So the whole thing about Appalachia is obviously it's the Appalachian mountain ranges, and it all stems from Kentucky. Am I correct?
No, nothing all stem from Kentucky. It's a region that probably covers 8 states, but it's like
Wow.
kind of covers a lot of the borders of states. There's only like one that's fully encompassed in it, so it's kind of a culture that's built around the land and region, the history of it, but doesn't all stem from Kentucky. We all stem from Kentucky.
There are parts of Kentucky not necessarily considered Appalachia too. It's like, most of Eastern Kentucky, on the side of the east side of Interstate 75, kind of that direction.
Yeah.
And what makes Appalachian music stand out from your everyday country Americana kind of music?
Good question.
That's kind of a hard question to answer, concisely, but ultimately it's very story driven, and the stories are very regionalized. So you get a lot of early on it was a lot of murder ballads, a lot of description of home, how tough the living was, just very, the lifestyle of the people of that region. So Americana kind of encompasses some of that, but Americana is like more of a nationwide thing and beyond. But Appalachian music has its own distinct personality.
Yeah, our own dialect, our own phrasing. I think that's where a lot of people recognize it off the bat is kind of the phrases that we use, and our specific accent is a little bit different than your typical Southern accent or something like that. So I think that's usually the easiest thing that people recognize it by.
And our storytelling too.
Definitely, that's what attracted me to the music.
The storytelling behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always kind of said that that's what makes music is it, and this sort of music stands out so much from like your pop or anything like that is because it's not just somebody on stage
Exactly.
singing a few words. You know, that's one of my reasons why I'm so passionate about all this. I like to sit and actually listen to the lyrics and go on that journey that
Yeah.
the singer or the groups are trying to take you on.
And that's what these guys definitely do. The two gigs we already did, they were telling all the stories behind the songs, and just the audiences loved it.
You go.
Sorry, I was just saying it's quite different to what we've had for a long time, really. It's kind of this whole new thing coming out to us, and I must admit I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, we've got plans to help more Appalachian artists get out this way for shows, and that's where Kat comes in. She created KD Music Media, and I've joined her with For the Love of Appalachia. So kind of a network of people that have music venues, artists, and trying to get them to come over here on a you know on a sponsored basis, so they don't have to have a lot of money out of their pocket to get over here. And I feel like the love of country music here in England and Wales and Scotland. Once they get a little taste of what we've got back home, they're going to want more and more of it. So we're trying to figure that part out. But having your help means a lot too, and spreading the word. So we appreciate you having us on.
No, this is what I set Southern Roots up. It was all about, and I must admit, the more I've been listening to it, the more I'm drawn that we're going to do an Appalachian section within our radio shows. Not just to showcase the names that people have heard of, but to try and introduce new people there. I've um, I've been in contact a lot with another radio DJ out in Nashville, who refused to play anybody that's been signed to a major label. He's looking to promote outside the box, if you know what I mean. And that's what I think we would like to do within our brand, is open the genre up to people to experience something completely new. So we'd be keen to work alongside you, Kat, if that was good with you.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you think about how this song will go out and be received by the listeners?
For me, it's the reason I want to put these songs out. It's cathartic, and I also like my whole drawing to music and artistry in general was always like because of artists that I found, as a teenager who was helping me find words to feelings I didn't know how to define yet. It was just relativity that was hard to find. And it's literally what you're saying. Like you're drawn to this because of the relativity you can't find in Celine Dion.
Yeah.
That's why I want to do it. It is burdensome at times because it's exhausting at times because it's a ton of pressure. But at the end of the day, I'm like drawn to that. So if it's ever burdensome, it's what I call an honorable burden in life, which is an honor.
Yeah.
So sure, just like anything that takes energy and work, it takes something from you. But to me, it's like I feel like God gave me this gift in life, and this can be like my offering. So I wouldn't call it a burden in any kind of negative sense.
And it's good, isn't it? Because it can help. I mean, if I take my own experiences, we've not long had the CMA awards and stuff like that, and my brother's not a particularly big country music kind of fan. And on one of my shows a few weeks ago, I played the Brooks and Dunn with Jelly Roll singing "Believe." And I mean, we all watched the performance on TV and the reaction. We've never seen that kind of reaction at the CMAs before. And my brother actually texted me and he went, "That was bloody deep." He says,
Yeah.
You played that on the radio and that is so deep a song. And to think that somebody that doesn't even have music as a passion obviously listen to the words of a song, I just think it just shows you the power this music can have to people.
Yes. Yeah, truly. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's been one of the biggest things to ever culturally impact me is music. There's various arts and medias in general do. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's something special for me about music. I speak for myself. I don't know about everybody else, but
Well, that's with the appeal of Appalachian music is that it is like you said, there's a story for everything. But in those stories, it's like you can put your own life experiences into those stories.
Yeah.
And that's how you either feel pain, you either feel grief, you either feel like dancing. It depends. But we all put our own background into the songs that we hear, and that's why sometimes you go to a show, you can break down crying, not even expect to have felt that way, just because it's like you kind of need that. And talking about maybe a burden on the shoulders, feeling that, I was like, I would feel the burden without music. So
Yeah.
it's like, as an artist, you have to do it. And to have people out there, whether people listen to it or not, the main thing is creating it. But it is nice when people listen to it and give the feedback. And I know, like we talked about this before, every once in a while you'll get a message from somebody that says, "Man, this song saved my life,"
Yeah.
or "Your music, I've been listening to, it's helped me get through a hard time."
Yeah.
And that's really, those are the biggest awards you can get right there when it comes to
I've
writing
got
music.
goosebumps even just listening to you. It's that the truth is just so obvious when you're talking. It's not like you're talking to someone that's, like I keep saying pop circuit, but they just stand there and sing somebody's words. You could feel the truth within the music. I've been listening to you solid pretty much since we made contact, and yeah, it hits different to me for some reason. I don't know why, but there's just something completely about it, just kind of encapsulates you and just absorbs you in, if you know what I mean.
The same for me with like Nashville artists and pop country. They make music to sell.
Yeah.
These guys make music that's personal to them, and that's why I can connect with it a lot more. I mean, Hunter sang Granny's song last night, and I haven't even told him that because I was sat in the back row filming. There was a lady sat just away from me. She cried. Actually had to go over to make sure she was all right because your song made her cry. And that, to me, that's music. That's what music is meant to do.
That's the biggest compliment that a songwriter can get.
100%.
It is, and you guys are knocking it out of the park. Um, I hope you have a really successful rest of your tour. Unfortunately, if I wasn't up here with my old dad, I was hoping to catch one of your shows somewhere. But if I don't, I certainly will be following you anyway. And hopefully, when you're next over here, we'll be able to catch up, and we might be able to all meet in person and do this a bit more professional with the camera there and get to meet you all. And we've got our own flag, Southern Roots flag, that we ask all our guests to sign. So we will be hunting you down when you're next in the UK, and we'll make that happen. Thank you very much for giving up your time. Thank you for coming to the UK and bringing your music to us. We're far away from where you guys are, and it's nice to see that people are realizing now the UK is passionate about this, and there is a market here for you guys. So thank you very much for giving up your time. I hope the rest of your tour goes well and you have a safe journey back home, and your families are all safe back in Kentucky with this horrible weather.